Hello everyone, welcome to this NPTEL course titled Indian Society Sociological Perspectives. I'm Dr. R. Santosh. I teach sociology at the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences at IIT Madras. And in this NPTEL course, we are looking into the diverse ways in which Indian society has been studied through the perspectives of sociology and anthropology. And you know that Indian society is one of the most diverse and complex societies in the world, with a very long history and also a very unique encounter with the colonial modernity. And these factors have really made Indian society extremely complex and complicated for any analysis. And in this course, we are looking at various sociological explanations about its structural and cultural aspects. And we will be surveying, we will be mapping, we will be also very intensely discussing some of the very important and diverse sociological, theoretical, and methodological orientations. I hope you must have noticed the very title of the course says Sociological Perspectives, which evidently makes it very clear that we are not talking about a single perspective or a theoretical framework, but rather an array of competing theoretical and methodological orientations. So, as a result, what we uh, get to read or what we get to understand is very extremely diverse and competing set of explanations and interpretations based on different theoretical and methodological orientations. So, these are the course contents, and I hope it is a very exhaustive contents with start from the very beginning of the analysis of Indian society through sociological lens to some of the most contemporary debates. We begin by looking into the historical background of studying Indian society. We look into influences of colonialism, anthropology, and the emergence of sociology in India. We look into some of the very important fields like Orientalism, Indology, and the kind of a politics associated with knowledge production, which is followed by a very important analysis about its critique. We look into other important theoretical perspectives like structural functional perspective, Marxian perspective, structuralist perspective, especially Louis Dumo. We have a very extended discussion. Then we also spend some time trying to understand structuralist perspective and subaltern perspectives and feminist perspective. And we have a full week of discussion on Dalit sociology. And I also wish to include recent discussions on standpoint theory and decoloniality. These are some of the most recent discussions and debates about studying Indian society. So it's a very exhaustive list of the themes that are usually identified with the various approaches to the study of Indian society. Now, what are the key takeaways of the course? Or in other words, what are the things that a prospective student will achieve at the end of completing this course? One is a historical perspective about the study of Indian society. We tend to understand how Indian society has been studied historically and what were the different frameworks used in very specific historical context. And a student will attain a deeper theoretical understanding about Indian society, and they will also attain an understanding about the relationship between power and knowledge. We will have elaborate discussions about how knowledge is produced and how every knowledge also reflects kind of very specific forms of power relations. And we also hope that the students will tend to appreciate the kind of a contested space of knowledge production. We know that there is no singular theoretical framework that can be considered as completely objective or true. Rather, we understand that we are engaging with a very highly contested space where different methodologies and theoretical orientations are vying with each other for their legitimacy. And I also hope that the students will appreciate the emergence of alternate theoretical and methodological orientations and perspectives. I mentioned in the previous slide, we will be discussing about decoloniality and standpoint theory, which are some of the most recent debates that are going around. So these are the important key takeaways of the course for a prospective student. And then who should attend it? This is again a very important question. I would say any student of Indian society, and this course, that the study of Indian society, has been titled differently in different universities. Some universities call it as Approaches to the Study of Indian Society, or different universities title it differently. But any student of sociology, whether doing undergraduate or postgraduate, will find this course very useful. I will be using mostly original essays and textbooks by the most eminent sociologists who have studied Indian society directly, with the help of sometimes PowerPoint, or sometimes I go through the essays and then discuss the important elements. So it is a slightly advanced level. I do not tend to oversimplify the things. So for a student of undergraduate and postgraduate degrees of sociology, this course will be extremely useful. And this course also will be helpful for those who are preparing for competitive examinations, because it is about Indian society. It is about how the sociological knowledge production about Indian society. For those students also, this course will be useful. And more importantly, I would like to invite anybody who has a deep interest in the sociological understanding of Indian society. Teachers, anybody, teachers, ordinary people, anybody who has a genuine interest in understanding Indian society, with a curiosity to know how Indian society has been studied through sociological and anthropological lens, would find this course very useful. So I hope that this course will cater to the interest of a wide spectrum of people, and I warmly welcome all of you to this course, and see you in the class. Thank you.